happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, here with my brother from another big game, James, man, and it's another episode of Best of Enemies. So today is going to be a fun one. Today, I think we got some good topics. I think for both sides, we got some good topics, and we got a topic at the end that I think is going to get us, going. I think that, you see James over there smirking. I think it's going to be a fun one. But James, what's going on, brother? Been a week? How you been?
Oh, it's been good. You know what I'm saying? College football starts today.
Yes,
Excited about that because I got my young stud, Julius Wood. My son played with him when he was in youth football. I could see that he was going to be a dog. I'm not going to take the credit, Joe, but I am going to say that me and his dad, we grew up together when we were kids. Like, we were literally like elementary school, right? And I remember when his son was playing, and I told him, I said, man, I know, he playing receiver and running back, but you need to convert him to a safety, dog, because that's where he'll really make his mark because he has the size. You see 6'2" receivers everywhere, but you ain't seeing 6'2", 6'3" safeties, and he can pluck the ball out the sky. So please convert him. They switched him, and right now the rest is history. He's currently at East Carolina. He's an absolute dog. He's one of the best safeties in the nation last year. They open up at Michigan on the road today at noon, and I'm excited because I feel like he's going to be one of the better safeties coming out, and we're excited to see him get NFL drafted. Columbus, Ohio's finest. Feel me? So go out there and kill it, Juju. Turn up, go crazy. Show everybody in the world that you're one of the best safeties in the country. East Carolina Pirates, baby.
That's a welcome to the next level. You playing Michigan week 1.
You feel me?
That's a welcome to college football for you right there.
Feel me?
I'm glad that I didn't even think of this, but this probably would be beneficial for Eagles fans because I think you could tell probably better than anybody just from your experience, watching football, knowing football, and then your experience with your nephew. Like, what is the difference between my mic went out, but the corner and the safety position? What is the biggest change? What is because I think a lot of times people be like, oh, this guy should play safety, he should play. What does that actually entail? And from your point of view, from your experience seeing it happen, what has to happen as a cornerback switching to that safety spot?
Well, I think number one, I look at size. I mean, I think the bigger you are, it kind of transitions you to safety. And plus, honestly, some guys, you just talked about Kaylee Rango, if they don't have the most fluid hips, now I'm not saying Wood does because he definitely has, but sometimes the guys who don't have the most fluid hips, you transition to safety because they can see everything in front of them. Yeah. Everything is in front of them, and when they can come downhill, they can come straight downhill when they're making the tackles, and they don't have to go side to side much like a cornerback does. Because when a cornerback does, you have to have fluid hips if you're playing the cornerback position, because you see it. These receivers that they come out their stances, these sluggo routes, these 9 routes, these 7-8 routes, these routes, they're going to be coming in and out of their breaks. If they're coming in and out their breaks, you see the drills. We do the drills all the time when I was in youth football, where you had to have a guy run to a cone, backpedal, transition sideways, run up back to the cone, because you have to see where he can fluidly open his hips, because you have to be able to open and turn when you're going with the receivers. Some guys can't do that, and that's why the safety position is better. Now, there are other guys, like you saw Charles Woodson, who was a dog corner, transition and became even a better free safety because he already had all those attributes that we talked about. And now when he's playing the safety, now this guy is super fluid where he can see the whole field and he can cover. Now you got a dynamic safety like a what's his name? God dang it. What's the Ed Reed? Ed Reed is a guy that somebody that you can see play both ways because he can do both things. And like I said, sometimes when a guy may not have great vision, the hips may not be as fluid, they transition usually to maybe a stronger safety, because now you're either coming down in the box, you're coming downhill, and you don't have to cover everywhere like you have to do a corner, because you have to cover up more ground in a corner. And if you can't turn those hips when you're backpedaling, it's over for you, dog.
Yeah, facts. And you got a super chat right there, a super sticker. I like these.
Shout out to my dog Rev Rebel. He's always coming in. Hey ho with the $10 holla.
Yeah, shout out to everybody already in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into this. Today we're going to have a fun one.
Moment.
Yeah, Today we got a good one. I think that, we're going to go over kind of our surprise cuts, our surprise keeps. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the games coming up, obviously, because we're now a week away. Next week, we will be talking about NFL football. We will be previewing the games early on. So that's exciting. I'm ready for that. But I heard a lot of people talking about the thumbnail. I had a lot of people talking about the thumbnail. So, people were upset about the sweater that he was in. So we had to change it up. We
I appreciate y'all. Look at y'all fight for me, dog.
You know what I'm saying? We both the new sweaters
and here's
now.
the thing. I had seen it, but I was like, I'm going to make sure and tell Joe next time, but I just kept forgetting. But shout out to my guys out there. That's to tell you, my peoples out there, like, hey, man, get my dog out that Chiefs uniform, man. We ain't no Chiefs over here. We Cowboys, baby. You know what it is.
People was mad. So I got y'all. Yeah, we both the new sweaters now. So everything is right with the world. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Step Brothers, one of my favorite movies. But so let's hop into this. We're going to start with our surprise keeps. At the end of the day, obviously, both teams had to get down to 53. Both teams should be down to 53. I believe the window is now closed. There's guys, I think, on both sides of the ball that, for both teams, I think, you look at the Eagles, that there's a couple guys I could have been probably surprised that we keep. And on defense, there's definitely a couple guys I'm surprised we kept. But if you want to start it off, you want to start with your guy?
Yeah, I can go ahead and start it off. My surprise guy is Neville Gallimore. I think there can be other people that I could have named, but I think the reason why I'm going with Gallimore is because everybody had been talking about him since like last year, that he is going to be the guy, that he's going to be the cut. People have said that his play had regressed last year at 2022. We loved him in the half of 2021 when you got him because he came in like gangbusters. And then you saw regression. So a lot of people were coming in saying Neville Gallimore is going to be the guy. Neville Gallimore is going to be the guy that could be cut. So I guess, and then when you saw him kind of playing the whole game, all preseason, not the whole game, but you're playing a lot of snaps in the preseason. So you're like, okay, maybe they're showcasing him. Maybe they might want to trade him, things of that nature. But then when you seen those first 43 cuts came out, dog, it was just like, those first few cuts come out from the defensive line and you didn't see his name. You're like, oh, damn, then maybe he did make it. But the good thing about this is, I will say, I had one of his trainers on, the guy who trains the Dallas Cowboys and just a D-line trainer in general, Mr. Brandon Tucker. He has been training Gallimore for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. And basically what he said is Gallimore finally found his chi. And what I took that as is because he's going to always give his guys credit, right? You're never going to say nothing bad about your guys. So I understand that. But when he was talking about his chi, I felt that he's saying, you know what? He grew up a little bit. He's taking this game a little more serious, and he did say that. He's taking the game more serious. He dropped his weight. They said he's about 300 pounds, and he was like almost 330, Tucker said last year. So looks like he got his mind, body, and soul together. So I saw a good play on the field. I didn't see bad play on the field. You seen him get pushed around a little bit in practice, and you're thinking, oh, here we go again. But I was surprised that he made it. But, hey, let's see what he can do, because we've seen what he can do when he's motivated and he's focused. Let's hope we get that Neville Gallimore in 2023.
Yeah, and on the other side, Justin Evans is a guy that's been hurt a lot. He hasn't really gotten to see what his career is because of injuries. He played a good stretch of football in Tampa, nothing crazy, but I'm just surprised mainly because we're going into this year now with, I think, 3 linebackers on the roster, and we have 4 safeties, and Justin Evans is one of them. And I mean, look, the Eagles, when we went to the Super Bowl, we played with 3 safeties. We played a lot of downs with 3 safeties. Not saying that that's what's going to happen here, but Justin Evans being one of 4, that really makes me feel like they have faith in this guy, because you have a guy like Reed Blankenship that we all have faith in. We all think is going to be really good this year. You have to the side of him, you got Terrell Edmonds, you got Sidney Brown, who's obviously a rookie. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Justin Evans. I feel like him being one of 4 very inexperienced group shows that they might have plans for this guy. You didn't really hear much about him during the offseason. You didn't really even hear much about him when he got signed. I think I was like one of the only people that even really, was talking about it because it happened. But I will say this. I think the Philadelphia Eagles know what they have. So, for him to be 1 of 4, I guess it'll be interesting at the best. I just get nervous because, like I said, you cut a guy like Kayvon Wallace, who you've developed over the past couple of years,
right?
Whether he's great or not, that's one thing. But I don't know. It does worry me. It does worry me because he's not a guy that I know much about. And he's not, like I said, he's been hurt a lot. And the Eagles are not a team that I feel confident in saying, oh, they can go and take chances on often injured players, because, I mean, that's bit us in our butt a lot. So, look, Justin Evans, I hope that he's good. Like I said, he had a good stretch of football when he was in Tampa for a little bit. So, we'll see. I just don't know enough about Justin Evans. Like Neville, at least he like kind of came up under your tutelage. He's
Right.
been a Cowboy for a while, so at least about him. It's like Justin Evans. We'll see what happens. I think that's like the best case scenario is we'll see what happens. And like I said, you only go into the year. I want to make sure I'm not wrong about, but I think it's only 4 linebackers that you're going into the year with. No, 3.
We're going in with 3 linebackers this year because we went heavy on safety, mainly because they got roles. When you look at the way Dan Quinn coaches the team, he loves his safeties. He loves to be able to move his safeties. We play the big nickel, and when you look at the defense that the Cowboys play a lot of 4-2-5. You play a heavy nickel. You play dime. You play cover 3. You play a lot of strong cover 3. So when you see those type of defenses, you're obviously got to have a lot more guys in the secondary. And if your guys are going to be in there as the backers, then you need somebody that can cover those tight ends and things of that nature. That's where you got the Marquise Bell and Wanye Thomas came out of nowhere. Honestly, and he really forced his spot way on the team. He came in undrafted and was with the team last year. He forced his way on, but we loved what he brought to the table. So I'm cool with it. And like I said, when you see the way these offenses are geared nowadays, you don't see a lot of linebackers on the field. You don't see that traditional 4-3 a lot anymore because the way these offenses are coming out, spreading you out. These tight ends are playing like receivers. They're going in 4 or 5 receiver sets. So you got to have guys that can cover, and your secondary has to be good in this day and age.
Yeah. And safety positions, like almost, I don't know. It's like you either have a very good linebacker that can do a lot of things for you, or you have a really good safety that can do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? It's rare when I feel like you get both, but
I love our safety room. I don't know about you and your safety room, but I love our safety room because you got 6 guys now, and I feel like all of them are legit. You got, obviously, we saw what Donovan Wilson did. He's coming off of his injury. We saw what J-Ron Kearse did the year before. We saw with them both together. Malik Hooker had a very good 2 years with the Cowboys, got him another contract, and I think he's one of the most slept on free safeties out there, for real. And then you add our young bucks and Marquise Bell. Like I said, Izu Mukamo, who can flex from corner to safety. We love that. He's 6'4". We love that size. We got all big boys. If you look at our guys across the board, Kearse 6'4", Wane 6'1", Mukamo 6'4", Malik Hooker 6'2", Kearse 6'2". We got big boys and they can hit you. So I like the concept of it, where you got guys that are never like out of position because you got guys that you can flex back and forth. And even the linebackers that they have, LVE is one of the best coverage linebackers out there. Damone Clark, he can cover as well. Devin Harper, I would say, is the more traditional linebacker, but if you got guys that can cover, that's going to be better for you in the long run.
Yeah, and I want to clarify because I feel like every time I come on here, I'm like sounding so doom and gloom about my Eagles. I'm not, I'm always, but I'm not
be hearing
worried.
that. You be all up at it. You be he ain't doom and gloom. Maybe be doom and gloom on here, but on that Twitter, you be a whole different
I be
person.
talking my talk.
You be talking much junk on that damn Twitter, dog.
I got to.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm not afraid of
always talking
my
about Dallas
group.
too.
Not always.
Yeah,
definitely not all. On the scale,
you and Brunson.
But I'm not. I love Brunson. That's
though.
my dog and everything. But I am not on the level.
Brunson's 10 out of 10.
Huh?
Brunson's 10 out of 10. How much you talk about us?
Brunson talks about the Cowboys, but I mean, we can say the same thing about Rome. We can say the same thing about Rome. So it balances each other out. It definitely balances each other out.
Though.
I think he is. I think he's just as bad, if not worse. I think he's just as bad, if not worse. But no, I'm not afraid of my safety room. I'm not saying that my safety room is trash. I'm just saying I don't really know what my safety room is. There's a lot of young guys there, a lot of unknowns. So I'm not confident that they're going to be, a top 5 unit, but I think they'll hold their own. And I think that it has a lot to do with your front 7, really. Like, I mean, your front 4 is really where we get our money, but your front 7 is really going to go out there and make it really tough for quarterbacks to get the ball off. So it makes your job in the back end a little bit easier. But you got a $5 super chat.
Shout out to Gay Play TK super chat $5 holla. Hey ho, he said glad to see you still doing it, BGJ. Yeah, I'm still in these streets, dog. I am officially an OG. Been in it since 2017. The grind is still real. I appreciate you. He said love to all you guys. Keep it up, and we appreciate you for the donation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody saying hater Castro. Yeah, I like it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fine.
I like it.
I like it too.
Hey, it is what it is.
Y'all gonna be hating when we come in there and smack y'all boys.
It makes it feel better when I'm able. See, every time that I'm like all hype and all, unrealistic about my team, they end up doing bad. So
I'm the same way,
I keep
dog.
you know what I'm saying? I try to keep my expectations down, try to be as realistic as possible, be ready for the worst, but hope for the best. And it usually works out for me. So, that's what I'm going to go with right now. That's where I'm at. But let's go on over to the surprise cuts now. This is
surprise.
I think
keeps.
It's a surprise.
Oh,
well,
cuts.
we just did keep.
Cuts.
So this one I think is going to be the most interesting for both of us because it definitely was some names I wasn't expecting.
This hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first because I know yours. I was surprised with your cut. I'm not gonna lie, but Nicholas Morrow. I said before, we're going into the season with not a lot of linebackers, so I was surprised to see a guy that had starting reps, a guy that had some time in the NFL, and we kind of knew what we were getting out of him. Be cut, to be honest with you, Nicholas Morrow. While he wasn't, I even reported this during the camp that he wasn't playing great. He wasn't amazing, but he wasn't terrible. You know what I'm saying? He was just kind of there. So maybe the addition of Zach Cunningham kind of made him expendable, but I was surprised. I've said it all off season. I felt like the linebacker room was something we needed to strengthen, and I feel like we did the opposite. Maybe you strengthen it, by subtraction. I don't know. But yeah, Nicholas Morrow was a guy, like I said, I thought he was kind of a lock just because of the lack of linebackers that we had, but apparently nobody's safe. So Nicholas Morrow getting cut, that was probably my biggest surprise.
Well, my biggest surprise, obviously, you see it right there, Isaiah Land. Everybody in Cowboy Land heard on this one. And I think the main reason why is because we saw that potential. And here's the thing, the main reason why I'm going to say it hurt me was because I had already said this year, Joe, actually the last couple years, we need to address the defensive end position. They went and got Sam Williams. I appreciated that. They got Junior Fajelko this year. I appreciated it, right? But you can never have too many defensive ends, just like you can never have like too many corners. You can never have too many defensive ends. And that's kind of a bread and butter when you got a whole gang of defensive ends that can come at you. So when we saw Isaiah Land come out of there, obviously the draft, I said, you need to get a couple defensive ends because Dorrance Armstrong Jr. may not be there next year. Dante Fowler Jr. is not going to be there next year. D-Law is going to be a year older. Obviously, we got Sam Williams, got guys that can flex, but mainly it's just really Sam Williams. And when you seen Isaiah Land just come out of nowhere, dog, I mean, first of all, everybody was talking about him. Some people were talking about him in Cowboys land when he got picked up, right? Dog, check this guy out. My dog, Jay Tuck, he was one of the top guys that was saying, hey, this dude right here, he had 19 freaking sacks his junior season, bro. 8 sacks the next year. He had like 27 sacks in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't the biggest guy, 6'3", 225. But you saw, I mean, that Jacksonville game in that backfield, dog, seemed like every damn play. Then he comes back the next game against Seattle, got a sack. I think the thing that hurt him is he kind of maybe tapered off in that Raiders game. Didn't hear a lot about him. So I think the Cowboys were thinking, maybe we can slide him because we're stacked where we're at, right? It was different with Hunter Lupke because of the position that he plays, and people would have snatched him instantly too. But I think they were thinking, man, he's defensive end. We're stacked right there. Maybe we can sneak him. I knew we weren't because too many people in the Cowboys land were talking about this guy. You know what I'm saying? And too many people watch the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody watches Cowboys. Nobody will anybody say. Y'all can love us or hate us, but you watch the Cowboys. And these NFL teams are always watching the Cowboys too. So they saw Isaiah land like we saw Isaiah land. And that man got scooped up quickly. There was so much potential for him, Joe. I mean, oh my God! If you could have had him next year with the Demarion Overshown and then a Sam Williams, oh my goodness, you would have felt really good because I felt like he could have developed and he could have been something good. I'm really going to track his career at Indy because I feel like there is a place for him over there, and I think he can actually get some burn. So I'm going to be watching to see if Isaiah Lamb becomes something. Not to say is it going to burn us, but I just want to watch his career and to see if he really is going to be something that a lot of people thought he could be playing with us.
Yeah, did he get claimed for the practice squad or did he get an actual contract with the Colts?
I think he got claimed with the practice squad over there.
So there's still possibility if you guys, kick yourselves in the butt and you're like, let's just go sign this kid.
I mean, we had it to where we had a guy that came out. I cannot remember his name, Rondell something. Let me anybody know in the chat. His name was Rondell something, came from a smaller school. He came to Dallas. Dallas gave him a very high signing bonus as an undrafted free agent. There was a lot of potential with him. He was a tweener guy. He had a lot of sacks as well. But he wanted to play, and they kept keeping him on the practice squad. He wanted to play now. So because he didn't, they just cut him. Colts got him. After the Colts got him, Cowboys got him back. After he got back, I don't know what happened to him after that. So it could be a situation where he could always come back. I don't know, but I'm keeping my eye on Isaiah Land because I think he can be a good player.
Yeah, I'm not going to be watching Nicholas Morrow. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be checking his career. Yeah, it is what it is. I will say the Eagles getting Zach Cunningham was a big, honestly, a big addition.
I ain't gonna lie.
That was big.
Zach Cunningham is not a bad player either.
At all.
Keep it real. He came out of Wake Forest or something like that.
I believe so.
When he came out of school, and he went to the Texans first. I think that was his first draft.
Yep.
It was that. Zach Cunningham came out of Wake Forest, initial draft. Well, I think he came out of one of them ACC schools, and he's a big linebacker. He's not a small guy. He's like about 6'3". He's a big linebacker. So, yeah, that was a good pull for them, and he may resurrect his career with you guys. Y'all needed a linebacker.
Yeah, we did. So, Vanderbilt to Houston. Vanderbilt to Houston. So, 28 years old. I mean, look. Like you said, he might be able to really make something shake. And we've done this before. Somebody comes to mind, and I'm going to forget his name. I'm going to forget his name. But we used to call him like Mufasa or something like that. It was crazy. What was his name? He's a coach now. He's literally the coach of the 49ers. Why is his name's like literally? I'm seeing him in my face.
DeMarco? It's not
DeMarco Ryan or something.
DeMarco Ryans.
Yeah. So we did this with linebackers before that they've come out and they've, on their later part of their career and had a good career for us. And Zach Cunningham is just a pure tackler. He's going to make the play. He might not be flashy. He might not be a guy that's going to go out there and get, 10 sacks for you or 3 interceptions. D'Amico Ryans. There we go. Thank you so much. Yeah, he was a dog.
Yeah, D'Amico was a dog in the NFL. He was a dog.
And that's all we need. Look, if he's a guy that can go out there and just lead this defense and kind of take up the deficiencies in which Nakobe Dean might have. Simba was his name. I knew it was something. I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I knew I was in the right movie, right? So that's all that matters. But no, so, if he can come in here and be that guy, like I said, he's going to make the tackle. That's all we need him to do. And anything he does above that is just added on, benefit. And you look at this defensive line, I keep saying it, that front four is going to open up so much for you. We've talked about it before, and how we were talking about Jordan Davis and Mozzie Smith and how their job is to make it easier for the linebackers. We have guys that can do that. We have guys on the defensive line that can make plays. So I'm excited to see what happens at the linebacker spot, but it was definitely a surprise that he was cut, because I just didn't think that we had enough to really, take care of that. But now I do want to go on and talk about these game matchups, the game previews. Obviously, like I said, next week. What time is your game? Your game is on Monday, right? You guys have the Monday night game?
Yeah.
So we got to wait till Monday to see you guys lose to the Giants. But
yeah, y'all all be watching it because y'all watch us.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be tuned in.
You're gonna be commentating like you always do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I worked that day. If I didn't work that day, I would be.
That's what's so funny. Y'all is so obsessed with us. Sunday night, my bad. Sunday night. So it's Sunday night.
So I'm out.
You definitely gonna watch. You tune,
Yeah,
like I said, you tune in, you turn in. All you guys that are haters will tune in and turn in to watch us. I don't sit there and watch no Philly games. I might see some highlights, but you be watching.
I think you got cut out. All right, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
All right, there we go.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, honestly, I probably will watch like the first quarter, and then I'll probably taper out. Yeah, that's late for me. You know what I'm saying? Our game's at 4:25. I'll probably catch everybody who doesn't. I feel like I'm a football fan second, probably. I'm an Eagle fan first, but I do like watching football, and that's against the Giants. You know what I'm saying? That's a division game. That's a good way to see both teams what they are. And then I could talk that junk if you guys are trash. Which you guys might be. You guys
might be trash. Y'all got them Patriots. Belichick might have something for you. Yeah,
I got nothing for me.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
Ain't got nothing for me.
Oh, he always got, and it's in New England. Oh yeah, upset special. I'm calling it upset special.
Giants gonna take. Upset.
I'm already saying upset special. You feel me?
The Patriots ain't got nothing for us.
Jones, who? Mac Jones.
He's trash. He is garbage.
Mac Jones.
It's Tom Brady day. It's Tom Brady day.
And he gonna turn up. He gonna show out in front of Tom Brady.
No, Tom Brady gonna finally give Nick Foles that handshake he owes him from the Super Bowl.
No,
he ain't ducking us this time.
Yeah. It's funny how you ain't got none of your top quarterbacks who ever played with y'all that got the chip though.
But we got one in the last 27 years. We got the one. You know what I'm saying? Last 30 years been very good to us.
You right. Well, not been very, very good to you.
It's been good to us.
You got one chip, bro, and it took you 50 years to get that one. So it's funny how y'all always
y'all on 30 years though,
bro. You always talk 27, 30 years with us, but it took y'all 50 to get one.
And you're 23 years away from that
which
mark.
Is longer.
You're 23 years away from that mark. I'm just saying. In 2 decades, we're going to be talking about this.
I'm just asking which is longer.
50 years is a long time. And it sucked. I ain't going to cap. It sucked.
But
we are in the now. We are in the now. You know what I'm saying?
In the now, and you're still sitting on one.
I swear, when Jalen Hurts is finally hoisting up his Super Bowl championships, with the S at the end. I don't know what you guys are gonna say.
We ain't gonna say nothing because it ain't happening.
Yeah, I got nothing. Y'all gonna have nothing to say.
Y'all, it ain't happening. Like, we keep on saying, like I told you, we got a radio show out here from my guy DJ IQ, and it's called the Catch Up Show. Catch up.
We gonna catch up. I ain't worried about it. Now we running. Y'all sitting down. We running. So it is what it is.
Catch up. I just want you to catch up, bro. That's all I want y'all to do. It'll be 3,020 before you may catch up. We'll all be dead and gone. Maybe they'll be flying football. Then they'll have jet air packs on their back, and then they'll be throwing it like that. And then maybe that's when you caught up.
Hey, well, we'll see. We're on a good trajectory right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. I feel we on a good trajectory. We are on a good trajectory. We got the Michael Jordan of football.
No, you
Jalen Hurts.
You do not have
Michael
Jordan. No damn football.
Maybe the LeBron. Mahomes. The LeBron.
Hated on.
I'll say LeBron.
I ain't giving him no damn LeBron neither.
Who would you say? Who would you say Dak is if you had to compare him to any sports figure you used to?
Hooper. Oh, I got to think about that. You asked me too quick. I'll give you the answer on Hurts and Dak later on. I'll tweet that, but I can't just say off the rip. But if I'm gonna compare him to a basketball player, I'll definitely compare that.
All right.
Because I'm a big time hooper too, and that'll be a good comparison.
That and we'll talk about that next week when you you do. We'll definitely talk about that next week. That'll be fun.
That'll be good.
Maybe we'll do that for all the quarterbacks. Maybe we take a little time to see what we can do.
Dak was Russell Westbrook.
I like that.
That's a good one though. That's funny. That's funny.
I like that one.
That's funny.
I can kind of see that Charles Barkley
I'm gonna go ahead. I'll say, since y'all want to hype it up, I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna give him Kevin. I'll give you Kevin Durant right now for Jalen Hurts.
I like that. I like that.
Be
I like
choking
that.
though. Be choking.
He right now he needs to
Be
win.
choking.
He needs to go out there and win. We're gonna say Kevin Durant don't be choking.
Yeah, he
Kevin
do. He be
Durant is
choking.
clutch.
Yeah.
Kevin
He ain't
Durant is
clutch. He went over
he
he
just
went
be
over
hurt
to,
all the time. That's the
he ain't
problem.
hurt. He
When
went
he
over to
plays,
ain't clutch. You went over to the New Jersey Nets. You ain't clutch. You had to get with a good team. Oh, it's a great comparison. Great comparison, Big.
the Nets
Great
Nets
comparison.
ain't that great. The Nets. I'm a
It
Nets
don't matter.
fan.
I thank you. This was so good. It came off the top of my head, so it's so good. So yes, Jalen Hurts, Kevin Durant, because when Kevin Durant had to do it by himself, when he left, he had to do it by himself.
So Dak is Dame Lillard.
I'm just saying.
How about that one? How do you feel about that one?
Let me finish mine. When he had to do it by himself, choked with the Nets, choked with the Suns. But when he got with the other good players, i.e., when your whole team was stacked, he did pretty good.
All right, so Dak is I'm going either Dame Lillard or James Harden.
I'll take Dame Lillard. I'm not taking no damn James Harden if you're going to say anything like that.
James Harden is obviously not like
because he ain't no
ethic.
winner. He ain't no winner. So I'm not calling no James Harden. I'll call him a Dame Lillard because I feel like Dame Lillard really just needs the right type of team around him and he can win a championship. I believe Dame Lillard. You can't tell me you don't believe Dame Lillard can't win a championship.
Oh, I definitely do. But what's the difference between what you just said and Kevin Durant's situation?
I'm just saying.
Because you literally just said that Kevin Durant went to the right team with the right situation.
Well, maybe I threw myself. I shouldn't have said that. But you know what I mean.
No, I feel you. I definitely feel you. All right, so that was a nice little segue. I like that one. Maybe we'll go through this next week if you guys really like. Because everybody's giving suggestions.
I know, right?
So maybe this is a situation we got to come back to. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 130 people between both chats. Good morning, you guys. Yes, sir. So let's talk about these games. I'll start with the Eagles and Patriots. It's going to be a fun game. Like I said, it's going to be Brady Day. I think that somebody on Twitter said this. I should have screenshotted it to give them credit, but somebody on Twitter said this and I thought it was perfect. They were like, we're not afraid of the Patriots. We're not afraid of losing to the Patriots. We don't know. There's a lot of unknowns in week one, right? You don't know what's going to happen. How are guys feeling? Jalen Hurts is finally going to get game time snaps. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. So in that sense, yes, anything can happen and we can lose to the Patriots, but I don't think that's going to happen. Mac Jones last year, less than 3,000 yards, obviously only 3 yards less than 3,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Not worried about him. Not worried about him at all. So, look, that defense, not really worried about it. They're middle of the road.
They do got some guys that can threaten. They got Matthew Judon. Uche is pretty decent. Josh Uche, he's pretty decent player from Michigan. They got the draft pick Christian Gonzalez. We both liked him, right?
Yeah, I forgot they got him.
They got Christian Gonzalez. We'll see how he works, but might be kind of tough for him for a rookie going against those receivers. So we'll see how that goes. Honestly, when you look at it on paper, this is a mismatch to hell because honestly, when you look at the New England Patriots offense, who do they really have? Their starting running back is Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's mid guy. Their receivers, Devontae Parker was a darling coming out of college, but he's kind of been a journeyman, kind of signed and settled with the Patriots. Juju Schuster, I know y'all love him. That'll be a great little part. I wonder how much y'all go after him with all that talking that he did in that game. Juju Schuster's on the team. But they really don't have anybody that can really threaten. Kendrick Bourne's okay. They don't really have anybody that can threaten on the offensive side.
Trash.
And just like you said, Mac Jones, I tried to give you some hype just a minute ago, Mac Jones, but you're just a guy in my opinion. And it was good that you went with the Patriots, but you're just a guy. But hopefully, I'm hoping that these Patriots, because Bill Belichick is a mastermind with matchups. You give him some time, he just makes things happen. I'm hoping that his mastermindedness comes out and they're able to pull up an upset. Plus, it's in New England and it's Tom Brady Day, so I'm claiming upset special of the day, New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's like, I mean, that sounds good. That you made it sound very intriguing. I was like, I
Yeah.
want to watch this movie, but
Yes,
nah, that's
you're
not
gonna
gonna
watch the
happen.
movie. Watch it. Don't be tripping when it's 17-10 in New England and that Eagles offense ain't moving the ball.
I do think that. Don't they have your boy Zeke? Why you ain't bring up your boy
Oh
Zeke?
yeah, they got Zeke too. I
I was
told you
like,
that.
man, he
My
hates
bad,
Zeke
Zeke.
now.
My bad, Zeke. I totally my fault, Ezekiel Elliott. My fault, Zeke. So now I'm even more hype. Zeke,
He
go
ain't gonna
ahead
do
and
nothing.
turn the clock back, Zeke.
That fat boy ain't
Feed.
doing nothing.
Yeah.
That fat
Turn the
boy ain't
clock.
doing nothing.
Yeah, turn the clock back on him, Zeke, and turn up, turn up, turn up.
I think that, like I said, there is that first half. To me, this is how it goes. That first half is probably going to get a little shaky. Probably going to, have to knock some cobwebs out, right? You're going to have to figure out who you are, what you're supposed to be doing on an offense and defense, kind of get into your roles. And then once that happens, I fully expect the Philadelphia Eagles to take over by the second half, if not earlier. I don't. You said it earlier, before you had to go into your rant of hating.
I had to hate a little bit, and
I
then
respect it because
you know,
it's coming when you talk about your
yeah.
boys. Like,
I
I
know the
respect
hate's
it.
coming. Right.
But I think that as long as they do that, this team should win. I mean, there's no, like you said, on paper, this is definitely a mismatch. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see how the Philadelphia Eagles come out. I want to see them dominate, especially defensively. And that's, I think, if I had to say one thing in this game that I want to see happen outside of obviously winning, is I want to see this defense look
You want to see
hungry.
you want to see that front, don't you?
I do. I want to, and not just that.
You want
I
to see
brought
that
up
front.
Sean Desai last week, right? I want to
Right.
see him be aggressive. I want to
Yeah,
see
because
what his defense
you
looks
said
like.
he was you put him instead of a player as like gonna be like the up and comer, like
Yeah,
the
like
guy.
the camp standout. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the camp
yeah.
guy to watch, because that's the guy. I mean, look, if he has the players, I don't think that you can deny, no matter how much we might love or hate the Eagles, can't deny there's talent out there. So now it comes down to him. And if he's doing everything that it sounds like he's doing, it's a wrap, bro. I really think I think we're gonna be nasty this year. So I mean, as long as they do what they got to do, then we're gonna be fine, and we're gonna go out there and dominate them. I think my prediction. I forget what I put my prediction is, but right now I'm thinking like 34-17. I think 2017 at half, and then second half we just dominate time and end the game.
Yeah, I can't go far away from it. Like I said, you're gonna get my haters. I'm still gonna say upset special. Come on, Patriot, give me an upset. But in reality, in my heart, I feel like this is gonna be a blowout. I'm not gonna lie to you. We had my guy, like I said, we had a great show yesterday. You ought to check it out, Joe. I had my guy Brandon Tucker. He's a defensive lineman. He's the QB killer. He's a defensive lineman coach. He's coached a lot of guys from college to go to the league. Got a lot of guys under his belt. Trains a lot of the Cowboys players. And we even talked yesterday. He's not a Cowboys fan, but he's a closet Cowboys fan. But we talked yesterday in reality about the Philadelphia defense. And he said, in his opinion, y'all got it figured out as far as that defensive line. And when I look at the players that you have on that D line, I'm gonna if I watch that game and I look at anything in that game, the only thing I'm gonna watch is your defensive line. I don't care about your offense. I don't care about your secondary. I'm looking at that front because I think that's going to be y'all's strongest point, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I usually don't like to bring up individuals, hey, but this is kind of funny. Somebody said that Zeke is bulking up to play center again.
Come on, man.
That was kind of
come on, dog. He ain't that big, man.
That was funny. But all right, now we got the Giants versus the Cowboys. This is the upset special.
Still there?
Yeah, you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Now we got the Giants and the Cowboys. This is the one that's going to be the upset special. So
no, it's not.
I mean,
no, it's not.
Giants looking good in the offseason. You was over here bigging up Mac Jones. We about to big up Daniel Jones too. Well, I think you cut out. There we go. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. you can hype up Daniel Jones all you want to. You know damn well they're not doing nothing against us. You know, Saquon Barkley, he's not a Cowboys killer. We all have since his career, like, damn, we got to keep our eye on Barkley. He's never done nothing to us. They're all hyped up because they got Darren Waller over there. Okay, yeah, clap, clap. You got Darren Waller. They got the young rookie over there as well. They drafted. But guess what? They got 2 rookie corners starting. They could get cooked up. They got Deontay Banks that they drafted, who I love. They got him, but he's a rookie corner. Trey Hawkins III, rookie corner. Ooh-wee. That spells Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb. Cook up, cook up, cook up. And the only thing I really look at with the Giants, to me, that I'm going to look at is their front. Kayvon Thibodeau, they got Williams, they got Lawrence, and they got Ojulari. That's a good little combination. So I'm going to see how our front handles them, but I think our front is going to be very good. They haven't played all preseason, but I think it's going to be damn good. I feel like our offense is going to take a little bit of time because it's the Giants. They play us tough early, but I feel like you said, they'll play us tough early because it's the Giants. It's a NFC East game. We know how they play, but Daniel Jones is going to show us warts like he always does, and we're going to go ahead. And I feel like our defense is going to be all over this offense, and they're not going to do anything. And I feel like in the second half, we take over, and I'm going to go ahead and say we drop like 35 points on them opening day. I'm going to say like 35, like you was talking about, maybe 35-17. I think we throw out 35 on them bums already.
Ooh, 35. So you got that coming in hot.
Coming in hot, just like that game against Tampa Bay a few years ago when he was hurt and didn't get no work in the preseason, came out throwing 400 bombs, 5 touchdown bombs. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's going to be bombs like Hiroshima against these guys, and they're going to see that speed, especially if you got 2 rookies starting. Oh, we're going to cook you guys.
It's going to be interesting. I look, just to play devil's advocate, this is going to be fun. I think Daniel Jones proved that he can be at least efficient. I won't say that he's, elite. I'm not going to say that he's great, but I like Brian. I like Dabble. I think that he's a really good coach. I think that he's got something working out there. Waller is a good addition. You're going to have to at least see him week 1, right? Until he gets hurt in week 2, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But, so you're going to have to at least see him for 1 week. He might get hurt right before. Who knows at this point? But you're probably going to see him Sunday. So he's a good addition. Maybe Saquon's happy. I mean, he got paid, right? So I'm assuming he's happy. But we'll see what happens there. He's going to be probably a big part of their offense again. Their defense, I do like their defense. Like you said, they got some young guys at cornerback. But outside of that, they have some really good talent on that defense. And I think a second year under that head coach is going to prove to really help them. I don't know. Last year was really weird. I'm not going to lie, bro. Like last year was really, really weird because I don't know if that's who they are. Like, I don't know if their record is who they are. So this is going to be a real test. If they beat you guys or if they're even close, I think that it gives them a lot of confidence going into the year. So
just don't give them no confidence. The Giants always kind of notoriously play us tough. That's just the way it is. So I don't care about their talking about them. I ain't gonna give them no confidence that they played us tough. You can play us tough all you want. We own the Giants. When's the last time the Giants have beat the Cowboys? I don't know, 1922. So we're going to keep that streak alive, dog. And once again, I can agree with you saying Daniel Jones is efficient. I'm not saying he's trash or anything like that. He's efficient, but he still has those warts. And when you put pressure on that man, those warts start to come out. And he's going to get a lot of pressure. And I'm just going to say this once again. This man stays injury-free, Micah Parsons, these next 3 to 4 years, he's going to dominate the whole NFL. And it starts this Sunday. Micah Parsons is going to have a crazy game. Kind of like that game when D-Law came in and he was his contract year and he got paid big money. He had 3 sacks on them boys and was all over Eli Manning. Yeah, I think it's going to be this type of game with Micah Parsons. He's going to show why he should have been Defensive Player of the Year the last few years, even when he was a rookie. Micah Parsons is going to dominate this whole league.
You have a super chat before I go on a long-winded.
Shout out to my dog, Matt Batten, with the $2 holla. I appreciate you always being in support. But I'm saying it right now. Y'all can talk about the Hassan Reddick all y'all want to. It's a lame argument. It's not a true argument. Micah Parsons is one of the best players in the league, not Hassan Reddick. And you're going to see it again this year.
I feel like that's comparing, like, just to stay with the NBA theme. I think that was a fun thing, but that's like comparing Dame Lillard to Joel Embiid. They play different. They play differently. They both score, right? That they both are very good at scoring, but they do it differently. I think that Micah Parsons is asked to do a lot more than Hassan Reddick is, but I think they're both very good.
And if he was a full-time pass rusher, dude be getting 15, 16 sacks a season, bruh.
Yeah. And I mean,
Facts.
Hassan Reddick is doing that right now. So I mean,
and
hey,
my guy's doing that right now too,
hey,
and been doing it since he came in. Your guy has not.
hey, but he's doing it when it matters. Now he's in his prime. He was in the wrong situation.
My dude ain't even smacked his prime. My dude ain't even kissed his prime. My dude is still learning. My dude gets the greats. Offensive lineman says, "Hey, I'm gonna work and train with you for 3 weeks, Andre Whitworth. I'm gonna train with you. I want to learn what you offensive linemen doing. Tell me what you guys are learning. Nah, y'all ain't doing that. Micah Parsons about to dominate. It ain't close between him and Hassan Reddick. Micah Parsons is better, and you're gonna see why he's one of the best players, if not the top 3 players in the league this year. Facts."
I think Jalen Carter will win a Defensive Player of the Year before Micah Parsons.
No, he will not. Absolutely
so.
not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think Jalen Carter going to be one of those dudes that's putting up 10 plus sacks from the defensive tackle position, and he's going to be moving around. I think if everything works out, and obviously he works as hard as he should, right? I think he can have like an Aaron Donald type effect. Like, I really do think that he has that type of skill set. So
that's a big if, because we know what our guy does. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. We know our guy is about Super Bowls. Our guy is about winning championships. Our guy is about being the best. That's period. We don't know about Jalen Carter. We've seen talent, but it's been a little sketchiness the last year or so. So let's see. He definitely has talent, but my guy has already put it out there. Boom. Already. First 2 years dominating. He's taking it to another level this year, and you're going to see.
We'll see. Yeah, somebody said Jalen Carter is about to beat big Zach Martin. I can't wait.
I really can't wait for that match. Zach Martin going to show him. Listen, hey, youngster, I've been in this league too long. I've been a dog. I'm a Hall of Famer. You're not doing that here.
I want to know what is so crazy about.
Let him go against Tyler Smith too, because Tyler Smith.
He will eat Tyler Smith alive.
Crazy
bro.
in your dome, bro.
He will eat Tyler Smith alive.
Crazy in your dome.
I'm not afraid of anybody on your offensive line outside of Zach Martin.
You crazy, bro. Watch what Tyler Smith does. Tyler Smith is going to be the next great.
Zach Martin is the only person I'm worried about.
Tyler Smith is going to be the next great. Did you see him throwing your guys off last year? Oh, you must have not, because he was definitely moving your guys out the way.
You say it like it happens every time. It happened like once.
Tyler Smith is going to be a dog, bro. He was already one of the top rookies last year as offensive lineman, and that was at left tackle. Now he's at left guard. What? The guard position, man, you're going to see his power. You're going to feel his power.
Like this dude said, we got Michael Jordan and Aaron Donald, right?
Man, he ain't got no damn Aaron Donald. I ain't worried about it. And we got Lawrence Taylor.
But what's so crazy to say? What's so crazy? I would compare like that. That's a good comparison for Micah Parsons. I ain't gonna lie. But what's so crazy about saying Jalen Carter can be a Aaron Donald type impact? I think that he can. I don't think that's crazy.
I don't really think. I mean, Aaron Donald plays that 0-1 as well. I think more Jalen Carter is a 3. I think he's more of a 3 guy, so I don't really compare him to an Aaron Donald. I have to look at some other 3 techs that were just nasty coming in as rookies where I would compare him. But I don't really say the Aaron Donald, because Aaron Donald played more of that 0 and that 1, where I think more Jalen Carter is a 3.
I respect that. Yeah, and I meant it more so as far as like just being able to move around the line.
Yeah, he can definitely move around the line
anywhere. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But when Jalen Carter's that dude and he's holding up a Defensive Player of the Year award, I want y'all to give me my flowers. So
see if he can hold up that rookie Defensive Player of the Year. Did Micah Parsons get that?
Hey, we'll see then.
Thank you. Let's see if he can do that. Let's see if he can do that, because our guy has already done it and was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. And the only reason why, because he gassed out, because everybody started going after him every damn play. But now you load up that defense, you keep him free, and watch what he does, dog. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Mark my words. I don't care what you're talking about. I've seen some stats from Hassan Reddick, dog. All y'all throw up is sacks with him. Micah had more tackles for loss. Did you put that up? He had more tackles, and he had more tackles for loss and he was right behind him in sacks. He beat him in every other category besides sacks, and that's the only thing y'all bring up, bruh. Y'all know it ain't true.
Hey, Micah Parsons is a dog, but Hassan, right? I try not to get into that because you know how
You
I feel
already,
about
yeah,
Micah
yeah.
Parsons.
That's why you
I ain't
don't
gonna
get
sit here
into
and
it,
lie to
because you know what the truth is. That's why you don't get into
But I
it.
love them
And
both.
you
I
don't,
think that
and
they're
you
both
don't
great
want your
players.
Eagles fans mad because you know the truth.
No, I think that they're both great players. It's really, comparing
You know
apples
who's
to
better
apples. They're both
though.
great.
Who,
They're
if you
both
had a
great.
say it right here. If you had a choice right now, who would you take?
If they both were in the draft right now,
They
and I
were
had to
both in the
pick,
draft
I would
right
probably
now.
take
Who?
Micah Parsons. I would take
Thank
Micah
you.
Parsons in the
Least
draft.
a real, even though he's an Eagles fan, at least he keeps it real.
If it
Oh,
was
he's
like a
about these guys
fantasy draft, you got to go with the young guy, right? You got to go. I mean,
no, ain't no fantasy draft. No,
that's what I'm saying. No, I mean, like if we restarted the NFL, you got to go with the
Mhm.
younger person. Obviously he's had.
Also, I'm talking about if they were both young.
If they're both young and knowing what we know now, type deal, or like,
Come on, start lying.
I mean, it would be hard to pass up Micah Parsons.
Thank you.
I mean, it is. It's the truth. It is what it is.
He's
But
generational.
y'all ain't doing nothing with him, so it is.
You
You guys are wasting my dog.
Okay. We'll see.
So we that got kind of heated, but that wasn't even what we thought was going to get heated. But so we both got the Eagles and the Giants going 1-0. It looks like, or the Cowboys, excuse me.
No,
Eagles
I'm
and the
sorry.
Cowboys.
I thought it was upset special. Pats Cowboys. Cowboys. Upset special, baby.
So yeah, I got the Eagles and Giants. You got the Cowboys and Pats. We'll see what happens. This is probably where it gets contentious, and I want everybody to kind of chime in the comments.
Oh wow, yeah, I'd love to hear this.
Why do you think? So we're going to answer this
first.
question.
You go first.
I'll give you mine first. So my team, my Eagles will win the NFC East because it's a stop along the way to a Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles are a Super Bowl team. The Eagles aren't looking at winning the division. The Eagles aren't looking at being number one in the division. We don't really care. Obviously, that's a stop along the way. But we are worried about getting to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. That's where we are. And if the Eagles don't have that mentality, then this is a wasted season. I'll say that. You last year overachieved as you did, and Jalen Hurts' first year as a starter. You overachieved. You got better last year. Obviously, just fell just short of the Super Bowl. So there's if we won the Super Bowl, it's like, all right, we just repeat, and there's really no hunger. We got the hunger right now. The Eagles have the chip on their shoulder. They're pissed off. To say it, bluntly, they are pissed off. I think Eagles fans are pissed off. Jalen Hurts is pissed off. No matter how many people,
Super Bowls.
No matter how many people want to say this or that, oh, this is weird. Y'all choked. Y'all did this. They hear all that. We hear all that. So the Eagles are going to win the East because it is just another stop. That is one of the bus stops we got to take on our road to victory. So that's why the Eagles are going to win the East, because we are going to win the Super Bowl. So why not? Why not win that as well? And we will be the first team to repeat win since, I believe, the Eagles. I mean, I don't know. The Cowboys fans know history better than I do. Who was the last team to repeat?
Actually, y'all know history because that's what y'all try to do as well when we start killing y'all about how we dominate y'all and own y'all, because we do.
In the regular season, it don't really matter. Like I said, in the regular season, unless you guys are,
we got a better playoff record and all that. Just stop.
You're not. But what have you done?
You're okay,
but the past 5 years, the past 3 years.
See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all go with,
because we're talking about right now.
You're right. You're talking about right now. So you got one chip. That's all you got. You got one.
But that doesn't answer the question. How does your 5 rings give your team a better chance of winning the NFC East?
No, it doesn't, because I know. No, what I'm saying is, as far as winning the NFC East, because we've already done it. Yeah, you haven't done it. I think y'all might been the last team. It's been like 20 years, but it doesn't. But let's go back to last year. Who was the champ before?
I mean, yeah, it's
okay. It'll be flip flop again. It'll just do what it does. It'll just be the history. Well, let me just jump in and say mine, since you're doing all that talking. My team will win the NFC East because we're injury free. If we stay relatively healthy, along the way, because we know injuries happen. No major blows, just dinks and dunks injuries. I'm cool, but if we are pretty relatively healthy, injury free, we're winning the East.
All right. You guys, I don't know, man. You guys always have
You guys, I don't know, man.
You guys always have a good team, man. You always have a good team.
Y'all don't always got a good team.
We don't, and somehow yet we still make the playoffs. Somehow yet we still make pushes.
And you still make chokers.
And this year we have a good team. This year we have the Super Bowl team. That's my biggest thing. The Eagles have the Super Bowl team. That there is no denying that. We have a team that can win the Super Bowl.
We have a team that can win the Super Bowl as well.
I don't think so.
I do.
How different are you from last year? You're not that different from last year. You added a
what?
Fast, not even an old, but a worn out wide receiver.
He's not worn out, bro. He's 29. He's 29.
Wide receivers don't get better with time. He misses mad games, man. He be hurt every other game.
Okay. All right. So we didn't add anything.
What did you add that really makes you feel like you're a Super Bowl team?
First of all, look at our secondary. We have Trevon Diggs, and now we have Stephen Gilmore. Our safety room is probably one of the best in the league. We have Micah Parsons, number one. Our defensive line is very good as well. We have Sam Williams, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., 8 sacks. Sam Williams had 4 in part-time duty. Dante Fowler Jr. had 5 in part-time duty. You still have D. Law. I like Jonathan Hankins playing good up in the middle. It's not deep like your defensive line, okay? But I like our linebackers, LVE. Our linebacker core, I think, is better than yours. Just our first two. I think Damone Clark is up and coming. LVE is the best coverage, one of the better coverage linebackers, if not the best coverage linebacker in the league. And then we go on the offensive side of the ball. We got one of the best running backs in the league right now. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best receivers in the league right now. We got a very good offensive line. We have Deuce Vaughn. We got him. Sneaky. Keep out for these little rookies named Hunter Lukey. Look out for them tight ends that we got in Jason Ferguson and Hendershot. Keep your eye out on them because they were nasty last year as rookies. They're going to come in and turn up, dog. We have every element to get to the Super Bowl just like y'all.
I like that last part, just like us. So you're admitting we have a Super Bowl team.
Y'all been to the Super Bowl, so that's why I'm using it as that.
So
y'all would definitely say you guys have a Super Bowl team. I'm not going to take away from that. Y'all have all the elements to get to the Super Bowl. So do we. I'm not going to say you don't. When I look at the NFC, there's only 3 teams that I feel like have the chance to go to the Super Bowl: Dallas, San Francisco, or Philly.
I don't even think San Fran. Like, I mean, they have
they got a very good defense. They still got a good running back. They still got a good receiving core. They got a good coaching staff. I don't think Brock Purdy's trash. I don't think he's a savior, but I don't think he's trash. And they don't need somebody at their quarterback position to be great in that system. They need somebody to just be able to manage the bus there. And that's what they have.
Sadiqa's out here exposing me. She was like, Joby knowing he just asked to say something. Exactly. You gotta get the blood boiling sometimes. No, look, you guys did. I will be honest. You guys
keep it real.
I've said it before.
Keep it real, though. Let's be honest, Joe. Of the teams in the NFC, who would you say the teams in the NFC East would have the best chance for the Super Bowl right now? The teams.
I would say the best chance to make it to the Super Bowl. I guess if the Cowboys beat the Eagles and win the NFC,
we have beat y'all.
But
act like we don't beat y'all.
If you guys are better than us and you guys come out of the NFC East, yes, you guys have the better chance. You have a good chance. I don't know. I think yes. Okay, I have to say it. Eagles, Cowboys. I'm just gonna say it quickly so it hurts a little bit less. But I really can't think of many other than that. To be honest with you, I don't. I'm trying to really, really think. Out of the NFC, I really don't think that the 49ers are all that great because I'm really wondering who the heck Brock Purdy is. So,
but as I said, Brock Purdy don't have to be great in that system for them to be good. Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't great. He wasn't a great quarterback, and they went to the Super Bowl with him.
True. I mean, I got to really sit down and we got to go over that because now I'm really thinking about.
I mean, they went to championship games.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the 49ers, their system, it is a Super Bowl team. It is.
They got a damn good defense.
Yeah, but I don't know. That quarterback position, I don't know. Jimmy G wasn't absolutely garbage.
I'm gonna just keep it real. You kind of got lucky. I wish that Brock Purdy to get hurt that game.
I do too. I
wish.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because y'all got the safe way, coast way, easy way to the easiest way to the Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls. The easiest way to the Super Bowls to the history of Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? New York Giants ain't doing garbage. Okay, they play out of their mind. Yeah, okay. Ooh, Giants. Ooh. And then 49ers with Josh Johnson. Ooh, Josh Johnson. 14 teams in his NFL career. So I wish we could have saw Brock Purdy because I would have definitely loved it because I think he would have played good against y'all.
I wish he would have played just because people keep on talking about it like we wouldn't have done anything, like we would have lost and fell apart because of Brock Purdy. Like I don't think that we were going to win that game. We were going to win that game. Our defense came out strong. That wasn't going to be the only time we hit Brock Purdy. So like I don't know. I understand it sucks that we had to go against the backup, but it's not our fault. We went out there, we beat them up. That's what happens, you know. I mean, that's the game of football, bro. Like people get hurt, man. You got to be ready. Now nobody in the NFL will ever try to block Hassan Reddick with a tight end. I can guarantee a backup tight end at that. I can guarantee that's not going to happen again. But at the end of the day, man, look, the Cowboys added players, and I do admit, and I've said it before, we have it on tape. I can't say or lie. You guys added some good players, and you guys added players where you needed them. But is it a quarterback? At the end of the day, it's a quarterback league. Is it a big enough jump that you've made to now get to the Super Bowl? I don't know. If your kryptonite is still the 49ers, we'll see what happens, man.
We played them like week 5, week 6. So, but I'm not really worried about that game right there. In my opinion, I don't feel like that game is a barometer. I want to see them in the playoffs. I'm tired of us losing to them because I feel like the last 2 times, number one, we just didn't come prepared, which I was pissed. But last year, that one they shouldn't have won that game. They did absolutely nothing against us in that game. Absolutely nothing against us. We shot ourselves in the foot, dropped interceptions in the game, injuries in the game. Just the thing kind of just fell apart. But no way in hell did they do anything against us in that game to be like, ooh, the Niners. You get what I'm saying? But if we're looking at the whole totality of the NFC, I got to say they're up as one of the teams to be that could compete.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Next week, we start answering some of these questions. So before we get out of here, got one more super chat.
Shout out to Will Nico for the $2 holler. No first-year coordinators taking a team to the Super Bowl. Ooh.
Yeah, Brian Johnson's been on this team for like 3 or 4 years now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And he's also known Jalen since he was 4 years old. So I'm not too worried about it. If you're talking about defensively, again, I'm not too worried about it. It's happened before, so I'm not too worried. We'll see what happens. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I've said it before. I try not to get too high or too low, too early, because we don't know what's going to happen. The NFL is so fluid, and the NFL is so, ever changing. You get one injury and your whole team changes. So knock on wood that neither team has injuries, but I just want to see Jalen versus Dak. I want to quiet that.
Yeah. I want to quiet that noise too, because right now Jalen Hurts is still 0-1 right now against Dak Prescott.
Oh, I thought you was going to say he's still the best in the NFC.
No, I definitely weren't going to say that because he's not the best in the NFC. He's still 0-1 until he dethrones Dak.
I mean, he might not have to. Trey Lance might do that. So
stop talking crazy. Stop talking crazy. You just better hope your guy never gets hurt.
Yeah, tell me about it. But either way, man, I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. 130 people still in here. Shout out to y'all. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe wherever you are. Next week, I promise, we'll do like a 15-20 minute segment of having people just call in. We were going to do it today, but these
it's college football, man.
We got a little bit upset, got a little bit heated. But no, it was a fun one. Always a fun one. I love talking to you guys. I love talking to my dog James, man. So next week is football, brother. It's
finally here. Enough of the talk. As I said before, it's enough of the talk. I'm tired of hearing you Eagles fans talking all this trash, running your mouths. I hear you.
Started.
Woo. But I can't. Like I said, the biggest thing I'm praying for is health.
Yeah.
For both our teams, because I don't want to see your team hurt, because I want to beat y'all when y'all fully staffed, so y'all got no freaking excuses. I don't want to hear like you did last game. Oh, but we was hurt on defense. Our safety was hurt, and then. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of your little excuses, because you Eagles fans always got a damn excuse when you lose, because you talk so much trash. So Then you come with the excuses. So please, fully be healthy, so Dak can beat and own your Eagles once again. And when he's 2-0 against Jalen Hurts, don't let him be 3-0 and sweep y'all. Don't let us sweep you, Joe, and your beloved Michael Jordan quarterback. Don't let us sweep you. It will be, I don't know if you want to do best of enemies, bro.
Right. If
you ain't going to want to do best of enemies.
If we get swept, it's going to be worse than enemies. That's what we're changing the name.
I'm going to go. Look, Linda said, same here. I feel you. I feel you, Linda.
We're gonna smash the Cowboys. I'm not worried about the Cowboys,
and I'm not worried about the Eagles.
Eagles are way beyond that.
We beyond y'all, bro.
We set up different lunch tables at this point. Like that's how I feel. Like I feel like the Eagles are at the grown-up table. You guys are at the little table with the little chairs.
Y'all ain't at no grown-up table, dude.
I'm just saying, y'all cooking with easy bake ovens. We're on gourmet.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. But like I said, Jalen Hurts, we'll see what he does against Dak this year. You feel me? Just be healthy. We'll see. We're gonna see what your beloved guy does. And like I said, he ain't been impressive. That game against Cowboys early in the year. Let's go back to that 125, 150. And y'all was hyping him that game.
And what you had to do to win.
Yeah, exactly. No, y'all kept it close to the vest to do what y'all did do to win because y'all was scared.
Hey, that's what you got to do sometimes.
And then when you had your backup, you threw the ball everywhere. But when you had your franchise, you kept it close to the vest. Ooh.
Hey, he's gonna go out there and put up 400 yards passing.
He ain't doing none of that. He's gonna be doing like he did in that game, running for his life, throwing the ball out of bounds, 15 to 25 for $125. Y'all pipe it down about some Jalen.
What's his rushing stats though? Why we ain't talking about?
Go with him. We gonna shut that rushing stats down though. He didn't run for no 100 yards against us. He didn't run against us for no 100 yards against us. That was it was on the short side of the field. Because we had that quarterback, but I ain't going to use that excuse. But it was a short side of the field, and y'all didn't run away with that game. We
were up 20-0. We were up 20-0.
And we came right back, and then
we were slowing down. We just slowed down.
We slowed you down.
No, you did not. You were still having long drives.
Yo, you weren't. No, you weren't.
We were still getting it. We were still in field position.
You should have had to play the game on here, and we could have talked to, so we could have showed that game where you were not doing that. Jalen Hurts was running for his life, throwing errant passes most of the game. Facts. Jalen Hurts did absolutely nothing in that game.
Scoreboard.
Okay.
Scoreboard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, yeah, Dan Kelly said it right. That's why he had 125 yards because we kept being on the short field. That ain't his fault.
That first half, but that second half, you had to do something and you didn't. That's how we came back because we kept shutting you down.
We won.
Okay. You're right. And we won too. We won too. And Dak destroyed your defense once again.
Hey,
come with your excuse.
We had injuries. We had a
exactly the typical Eagle way. The typical Eagle way. Soon as we talk about Dak killing y'all, when we was hurt. Typical Eagle way. Y'all got nothing but
put up all the numbers he wants. He don't win
40 on y'all.
Dak can put up all the numbers he wants. He got to do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right. But your guy still got his y'all. You guess what though? Your guy has the same amount of rings as Dak.
Right now. After this year, it's over. After this
year, keep on saying that. After this, after that. Keep saying that. But right now, they both got one ring. Oh, no rings.
That's all right. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one this year.
Sure you are. No, you're gonna catch this L with Dak, beat y'all again, and it'll be 9-3.
If we sweep y'all,
10-3,
it's gonna be a wrap.
10-3. 10-3. We come into Philly and beat y'all heads in. Yeah. We come into Philly that first game and beat your heads in, bruh. Don't have the show. Don't have the show.
We're gonna be live for it. You know we're gonna be live for it.
And you're gonna be so damn mad at me. It's gonna be.
I might be. I'm not drinking that game.
You want to talk to your girl. You want to. Yeah, you're gonna be mad, and I'm gonna be all in your inbox. I'm gonna be all in your inbox next day, and on Twitter, I'm gonna be relentless. And as you fans don't want to hear your noise.
And you know you're gonna be watching our first game. Now I know I'll get a text if we start looking bad. You're gonna be like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
And I'm gonna get the text too. You gonna be tweeting it.
Oh, I will be. I ain't
gonna be saying it on my Twitter. I'll talk to you, but I ain't gonna be on my Twitter. You gonna be on Twitter talking about us. That's how bad you talk.
I might even make a video. Who knows?
Probably will. See, I told you down to sorry. Always in y'all. We always stay on your minds, Eagles fans. Y'all know it. 1-4 in the
They always
Super
talk
Bowl.
great. Cowboys
1-4 in Super
like they never
Bowls.
say anything.
No, 1-3 in Super Bowls. Sorry.
Cowboys fans swear they never say nothing. Cowboys fans act like they're such the victims. Like, we didn't even do anything. Like, bro, y'all talk so much.
Bro,
Y'all talk so much.
Ever since you had the ringleader and Brunson just go ham, all you Philly fans just follow after him like fee, 5, 4, 5. Like y'all just follow after this man talking about Dallas. I made a post. Let me talk about how much talk about Dallas. Like I'll jump in your guys. I jumped in what's the guy, Philly Mike. I jumped in his stuff because I like messing with Philly Mike. He's funny. I like messing with Philly Mike sometimes. But majority, I ain't never talking about y'all. I made a post about 1996 rapping. And here come Brunson talking about, oh, that was the last time we went to Super Bowl. We stay in your mind, Brunson. Stop talking about us, bro. Why we stay in your mind?
Hey, I mean, look. Hey, I can't say nothing about that. I don't be talking about y'all that much on Twitter.
You don't. I'll give you that.
Lately, I have been. I ain't gonna cap. Lately, I've been talking that
season.
Exactly.
You ain't been talking. Now you're gonna talk every week about us.
Exactly. Now that football's back,
yeah.
I ain't one of these dudes that could do it in the offseason. In the offseason, I really could care less about the Cowboys. But during the season,
I can't wait to play y'all, dog. I'm tired of y'all talking all that noise.
It's only gonna get louder when we win. It
ain't gonna get louder. It's only gonna get louder. I can't wait to see your excuses, bro.
My. I just unplugged all my lights, but either way, it's only gonna get louder. We're gonna win. I mean, there's not much more I could say at this point. Like the Eagles, they are on the road to a Super Bowl. You guys are just another stepping stone.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
We definitely are. But you got anything to say to these beautiful people before we get out of here? 121 people still left in the building. We appreciate y'all.
Nah, you know what it is. It's season time. Y'all been supporting like no other. In the off season's been going crazy. Our numbers been good. Now it's time to ramp it up. Now it's season time. So every week, make sure you're on our lives when we do our game day lives with me and Joe. As far as when we do our Philly game, you better all be in the building. Philly fans, be deep. I don't care. Cowboys fans going to be deeper. Facts. We're going to be deeper than y'all. So can't wait for that. But make sure you continue to support this each week because it's going to be fun when we talk about when y'all lose games. It's going to be fun to talk about. And I know it's going to be fun to talk about when we lose a game. So it's just to get ready, man. It's here. It's enough of the talk. We've been talking all off-season, Joe, and enough of the talk. Stay healthy, Dallas. Stay healthy, Philly, because I'm tired of that talk. Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott needs to happen.
Yeah, I can't wait. And last year, out of 17 games, 15 of them, I didn't have to worry about talking about a loss. So I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about me being too upset.
Stop living off of last year, dog. It'll be the death of you.
Hey, man, I loved last year. Last year was a great year for me.
Yeah, like I said, don't get drunk on last year because that could be the downfall for you because we've seen definitely. A lot of teams go to the Super Bowl and then the next year they fall flat on their faces.
Definitely. And that's why I feel like this team is different because you see how upset they are. It's not oh, we made it to the Super Bowl last year. Congrats to ourselves. It's like, how the hell did we choke? We choked. You know what I'm saying? They have the same mentality that a lot of Eagles fans say, people are hating on us and blah, blah, blah. But they have that mentality. They're like, we did not do what we were supposed to do. So, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to see it happen, and I'm ready for this season. I heard a challenge, Eagles fans. He's saying that Cowboys fans is going to show out more than Eagles fans. I don't know about that.
Yeah, so we're going to be showing out. Make sure we show out way more of the chats in that game. When it's game time with Cowboys, Eagles, we better be deeper than these Eagles. Facts. We better be deeper than these Eagles, and we will. We're gonna outrun y'all in the chat. All that. Cowboys fans, y'all know what it is. I want us super deep in the chat. Let's overrun these Eagles like we do.
It ain't happening. But either way, man, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Today was fun as always. We will be back next week to talk about some football, y'all. So if football is here, it feels good to say that. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. I am Joe. That is my dog James, and we are the best enemies. Peace.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're